about today is something we titled "Give Them What They Want." So we're gonna talk about how to develop an offer that somebody would just really resonate with, and even find it irresistible when passing it up when you're making good ads. So if you think about it, when you're working with someone who may be, let's say, scrolling through Facebook, one of the things you got to realize is that you are in their feed. In other words, they weren't looking for you. So when you're writing good ads, one of the first things you have to think about is you have to be super specific to that individual. So if you're going to want to target runners, for instance, then my first headline that I might say is, "Hey, runners of Fort Worth, are you having trouble with keeping up on your pace, or would you like to prevent injuries that is slowing your timing down?" So you got to think about what specifically is that person struggling with, and the first thing you want to do is to address them when they're scrolling through. You want someone to pass your ad or your advertisement, could be elsewhere, but you want them to pass it and think, "That's me. They're talking to me." So it's a very important thing to first address them, because if your headline doesn't catch them, you're going to have a hard time getting the rest of it to resonate with them. Another very important thing is to know what the why is. So you could be, for instance, giving them the why as, "Hey, would you like your pace to get better?" That could be the problem or the thing that you're going to solve. Or you could be doing a special, for instance, maybe like a free visit or a workshop or educational information that you want to hand out. So one of the things is you got to make sure that they understand that this free thing is going to be worth their time. Because, in a world where everybody has something for free, really quickly, people are raised to believe, nothing can be for free, or at least nothing of value. They're going to try to sell to me. They're trying to basically just get me in and then, purchase something. So the reality is you have to give them a why as to why you're giving something away, or what problem this is going to solve. So a lot of times when I write, let's say, for instance, right now it's in October. So if I were talking to physical therapists and I want to sell a course to a physical therapist, for instance, I know in October it's physical therapy month. So one of the things that I might say is, one of the whys and why I'm giving this away is I would like to give you this free educational handout on how to treat these type of patients. Or we're going to have this free webinar. And the reason we're doing that is for PT Appreciation Month. And that we know that you guys do a great job, and we want to invest in you so that you can help more people. So that's a very important thing, so that they understand, wow, this could be of service, and this could, and you should give them valued content, because you got to remember, not always is somebody going to be your paying customer right now. But what happens is when you give them something of value and it's free, and you did it out of the generosity of your heart, there's two things that happen. One, you get reciprocity, meaning people will want to eventually return the favor by becoming a patient or buying a course of yours. The second reason is, just like you would imagine, if this guy's giving so much content away for free, I wonder what the real course is like. And understanding that there usually skepticism as to what is free and why is it free is something that you have to overcome when you're making an offer. Another thing that's probably mostly overlooked, this is a little bit more on the technical side, but when we do ads and when we want someone to do something, a lot of times we can overcomplicate it. So you got to make sure you may only gather their attention for a very short time. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you make exactly what you want them to do clear, easy, and can do it in multiple ways. So if you think about it, if I'm sitting in my office and I'm just in between patients, and you have an offer that says, "Do this," whatever that may be. If you say, here's, call this phone number. Well, I don't have time. And honestly, it's loud back there. I can't really get a second to do that. Well, maybe there's a web form. You should have a web form, a text message, and maybe a phone number. So multiple ways that I can access what it is you want me to do. And also, most importantly, be very clear with what you want them to do. Now, another important thing is once you've given the why or the problem that we talked about earlier, so it could be a pain problem, could be I'm giving you this because of that. And you want to make sure that you've given them an offer that is going to solve that problem. Now, one of the things that you want to think about is whatever problem you proposed earlier, you should have the solution. One of the ways that you can start to do that is sometimes you can tell a story. Here's the problem I've had, and here's what was needed. The other thing is, think about when you're making that offer, make that offer in a way that would meet that need. So make sure whatever it is you do and whatever thing you create, make sure that it's of value to them. And so that and don't forget to make an offer. Even if you're not going for the full-on sale, the problem is most advertisers, they think that just free information, for instance, if I'm going to give this free information out, the reality is I need to get some contacts in return. So, hey, get this offer here so that in return I have a contact, whether it be phone number, email address. The reality is you want to make sure that you're getting something in exchange, and eventually you can nurture them. You can start to send them emails, make phone calls, those kind of things, because you're going to have to return back to this person. If you get an email, send one email out, and then you never hear from them, that was because you didn't follow up very good. Each person, on average, should be contacted 7 to 9 times. That doesn't mean all in 1 week, but the reality is if you want to give them something for free, but make sure that there's an offer exchange there that takes place. Also, make the offer time-bound. That's very, very important. So if you make somebody an offer to say, just for the next 2 weeks, I've got only these many, people will always be on the fence and say, I can come back I can come back to this later. So that's something that I think most people forget, is that do you only have so many of these? And maybe, the reality is you don't want to give 100 of these away. You want to specifically target people that really resonated with what you're looking for. So, all right, those are just some different ways to make to help make an offer when you're marketing to a niche practice. So usually what I like to do is, just like I said in the video that we did today, I'd like to make you guys an offer. And so if you are someone who actually is tired of dealing with insurance companies telling you, how much you should get paid, or you're having trouble bringing clients into the front door, one of the things you need to be really good at is being able to stop relying on physicians for your referrals. So the reality is that you need to make sure that you're have the right marketing tools. So if you would like me to follow up with you, like on a business consultation, marketing call, in other words, kind of game plan, a free call, just to see if you would need any help with that, give us a call. You can text message us, and also you can go to our website. It's health, HEALTH hyphen pro .online. You can find we have a marketing online program that helps you do Google ads, Facebook ads, helps you talk to exactly what doctors you need to, how to talk to them. You need to have a system if this is something that seems to be a problem. But the reality is this is not for everyone. But so let's jump on a call and see if you'd be a good fit for, or if you just need something from me. I'm always willing to lend a hand. All right, thanks for your time.